It was a pretty handy shot, even though it looked pretty simple. When a ball is right over a pocket like that, it's never easy to play position. And Alex negotiated the space between the 7 and the 6 there with the cue ball. Better shot than it looked. Now he doesn't have to do anything with the white, and he knows it. Just try and kill it here and stop it. Leave the 6 straight in. He's got the 7 the same side of the table. Still exchanging body blows, these two.
And it all started with an outrageous fluke.
I'm not thrilled with the way he played that shot. He's just made life a little difficult, and going to be a bit careful with this. A little straighter would have been easier, but no danger.
He's going to take the lead for the 4th time in the match.
And as we come down the home stretch, Pagulayan 5-4 in front of Bustamante, breaking in rack 10.
Rack 10, Alex Pagulayan to break, leading by 5 racks to 4.
A preponderance of dry breaks. Will the sequence be broken? Yes. He's had a lot of success, you know, against fellow Filipinos in big tournaments. He won the 2006 Philippines National Championship. A real feather in his cap, that. And when he won the US Open in 2005 in the final, who did Pagulayan beat? Fellow countryman Jose Perica, 11-6. So he doesn't have a mental barrier in that regard.
He sees enough of them, Phil.
Push out. Push out.
And he's called for the push out. Here's where he's got to be real careful. I don't know whether he wants to get into a chess battle with Bustamante. As I said, they'll know each other very well.
Extension.
He waited a few seconds before he called for the extension there. He had me guessing.
Could you please make sure mobiles are turned off? There's a few of them going off.
He's pushed into a jump. Francisco will have a look at this, and I'll wager he'll put Alex back in.
Reset the clock.
Alex had already grabbed his jump cue. He knew he was coming back to the table. A little bit of poker being played here. Now, can Francisco see this one into the side pocket?
The channel past the 9 ball. Is it there?
Problem though, Phil, even in making it, it looks like the way he's cannoning into the 7, it's going to be knocking it right up towards the 2. And the shot itself is tough, and that's assuming that he can see it. Well, he can.
Extension.
He can just see enough to make it. But again, the contact on that 7 is worrisome. Almost fluked the 5. He was leaning, trying to will that 5 to drop. The reason that it raised the back end of the cue was simply because the contact on the 7 just didn't favor the shot.
The 5 might be dropping now.
Still everything attainable. No one has been 2 racks clear yet in this match.
And you have to say, the breaks right now are going with the younger man.
We'll be celebrating his 30th birthday midsummer. And you'd like to be celebrating it with at least one major title.
Pagulayan came close to winning the World Pool Masters 2 years ago. He was runner-up, lost in the final to Ralph Suke, 8-4.
I remember that final well. I went up during the interval and Alex was asleep on the couch up in the players' room. Something told me then that he was in trouble.
I think here it's Bustamante in trouble in rack number 10.
%60 winning rate for Pagulayan. 6 out of the first 10 racks played have gone his way. And it's a 2-rack advantage at 6-4. Pagulayan with the break in number 11.
Rack 11, Alex Pagulayan to break, leading by 6 racks to 4.
Alex winding it up. Rack number 11. Nothing down into the side pocket. Finally one falls, but no open look at the one. Not from which to attack, but at least he's got control of the table. And a 6-4 lead to boot.
Yes, it was the 7 ball that just about struggled into the middle. But no real cause for Pagulayan to celebrate. Yes, it's the push-out time once more. No fluidity to this match. Fragmented, disjointed, scrappy. You pick the terminology. It applies all down the line. We've only had 1 break and run so far, and that was in the opening rack. Mr. Pagulayan was responsible for that.
Foul shot, ball in hand.
Not too sure what Alex was doing there. He had nominated the push in what he was doing with the 8.
Start the clock.
I really can't speculate, but either way, I mean, he had balls moving. There had to be an easier way to accomplish his goal in that particular effort.
Well, it's never lucky to scratch, obviously. Contradiction in terms, but at least the 8 ball has gone near the 2. That could have complicated Bustamante's life.
You know, Phil, I've got to be honest with you. In all the matches that I've witnessed, and from the broadcast booth and as a spectator, I don't ever remember seeing a guy scratch on a push-out.
And you can't have seen too many push-outs where the balls have been moving at that rate of knots either.